Hi, my name is Leah Thomas and I'm running for an at-large senator position for JMU SGA. So for the first question, what are ways in which you can provide service in your everyday life? So when it comes to volunteering and service, I believe that it's important to instill particular values in yourself. So for me, these particular values are compassion, empathy, and determination. Why I say compassion is because I believe it's important to have a reason and a concern for why you're doing the aid that you're doing. I think it's important to have empathy because it's essential for you to step outside of the bubble that you're in and put your shoes in the shoes of someone else's, no matter who you're helping out. And determination because it's important to know why you want to help people and what you can do to the extent how far can you go to help people. So even while I'm not physically serving the community every day, I can take these values and apply them in everyday scenarios. So when it comes to helping a JMU worker in the dining hall when maybe there's a mess left behind, just help them, clean up some tables. Or when it comes to, in this case scenario, helping my elderly neighbor get groceries or walking her dog because of Corona. Or when it just comes to holding open the door for a fellow Duke. What are past organizations you've been part of, and what have you learned from your experiences with them? So from high school onward to college, I've been involved in multiple organizations like Student Government Association. I was part of the UNICEF Club, a National Beta Honor Society, Key Club. I was involved in a volunteering organization at my local hospital in Nova, in which I was helping those volunteering in the ICU and NICU and PEDS unit. Additionally, I was also part of my church's missions organization. So I went to Italy in 2016, and this past summer I went to Uruguay. So what I've learned from these experiences is definitely how to accommodate to different groups of people. So when it came to helping those in my during my missions trip or during in the hospital, I would have to interact with those who were mostly older and those who were in a more vulnerable position. So whether it was providing companionship, interaction, or teaching them English in any manner, I found myself having to accommodate to different groups of people between these different organizations. So SGA, for example, the people that I was mostly communicating with and advocating for were my student body, my fellow students. So I've learned that the importance of the effect that you have on people, and in some scenarios it's crucial to step outside of my Northern Virginia bubble and recognize the privilege that I have and the privilege that needs to be used and should be used for those who may not have the same opportunities as I do. Moreover, I've learned how to work well with people in group settings and communication as well. What are your strengths and what are you improving? When it comes to my strengths, I would consider myself, the first thing I recognize is my perseverance in situations. I don't like giving up, and I don't like to be stuck in one spot. I feel like it's really important to find solutions to your problems rather than ignoring them. Additionally, I find myself to be a good communicator. I am the business manager for the JMU Bluestones, an all-female a cappella group, and my main job is to communicate between different people, organizations, to schedule events, handle financial obligations, or just, when it comes to gigs and so on. So another positive trait I would have, I'm definitely a people person, and I like to communicate with other people. I find myself thriving in situations where I get to strike up conversations, finding similarities, just either whether it's like debate or no matter what it is, I can find myself making conversation pretty easy. Some weaknesses that I definitely could work on are self-doubt and self-criticism. I definitely have a type A personality in which if something goes wrong, I tend to focus on the what ifs a lot, and what if I had done this instead of doing that. But I think something that I should definitely improve on is taking that and moving on with my life and learning from my mistakes rather than just dwelling on what I did in the past. Are you comfortable speaking in front of a group even if you have the minority opinion? Why? So, while it's definitely not the easiest thing to do, I think that if it's something that is of the utmost importance to you, then you should speak up. I'm comfortable with working with groups as I've been part of group projects, and in SGA in high school I have had to speak up in front of the student body and display what I think was best for particular actions. So So yeah, if you would rather advocate for something else that holds just as much as value as the first opinion, then why not speak up? So what kind of leadership role do you take on in a group setting? So from past experiences, I've been a committee leader, and that entails delegating different roles to different people. So as the committee leader, I was giving roles to different people in my group to get things done on certain days, just keep it organized. And then I'd also find myself being a good mitigator between two different problems that we might have. So in a group setting, if there's one problem and there's another problem, I would definitely try to find the middle end between it and find a solution. What are some ways you would improve SGA's publicity internally within JMU and externally? So I would make it a priority to connect with students and take advantage of social media. Even though I definitely see that now with SGA and Instagram page and Facebook and so on, I just think it's more important to connect with them maybe on a more personal level, maybe just advocate for more one-on-one conversations, have opportunities so SGA over student body to ask questions to the SGA account. And regarding external events, I would initiate the idea to create more opportunities to interact with local citizens in Harrisonburg, just to advocate for what SGA stands for and serving not only the student body but all of Harrisonburg. Is there anything else you'd like to express about yourself, which as you feel as if you didn't? For that question, I feel like I have been able to say what I need to say throughout the rest of throughout the other answers. So yeah, thank you.